In my last video, I said I was this close to asking the psychic why I've had a hard time getting work and clients. Well, I did that. And I went back and forth a little bit on talking about this because I don't want people not to follow me because I went to a psychic. But at the same time, I'm the type of person that went to a psychic. So if you don't want to follow me for that, then that's, probably appropriate. And I also was concerned about my mom being upset, but she can't really find my channel. So at any rate, I'm Brianna. I am back on my entrepreneurship journey, 2,360 days. What did I say yesterday? Yeah, since I started. So this is the 2,360th day. And I've been struggling to get my business going as a life coach. Currently playing with my toddler out here. Baseball. Yeah. He wasn't paying any attention to me. Now he is. Uh-huh. No, you can't have the bat. Anyway, as I made that video, when I listened back, I realized it's only been 3.5 months and I'm already wondering if there's some sort of self-imposed hex, which, makes me think about my problem this whole time, which has been this magical thinking and wanting to see everything as a sign of something bigger or a sign of fate or destiny. And I don't want to be like that anymore. To be honest, I think that's a relic of my religious past. I started another channel about religious deconstruction because that has been a huge event process for me in the last 6 years. And wow, I have been really unhappy with having this 750 subscribers, but having 5 subscribers and getting literally 0 views is really hard. Anyway, I recognize this magical thinking as I've deconstructed my faith and sort of unraveled my points of view and all of that. I recognize a lot of it is that was kind of a lot of my problem, just expecting God to work in these really mysterious ways that didn't make any sense and were letting me down. If I had a more rational viewpoint on it, maybe it would have worked for me. So I recognize as I was on TikTok perusing psychic lives that no, you can't have a golf ball. I realized I was being kind of ridiculous and I was, what's the word when you make something bigger than it needs to be, over spiritualizing something, but I still got some answers. So I went on live. There's usually only one psychic person I'll interact with, White Wing Medium. And to be honest, I don't do much psychic stuff. I'm not really into psychic readings. I used to find them really interesting, but when I finally allowed myself to utilize them myself, I felt like they were kind of pointless because no one can tell you the future really. It can always change. So what's the point of you telling me it now? So I don't do psychic readings or tarot. And generally, I don't have any question that I would want to ask. But I just had this one yes or no question. I wasn't asking for all of this. So I thought, it'd be pretty easy to get an answer. And so I just, found somebody. They didn't seem like they had bad energy. And I just typed my question in, am I energetically blocking myself from work/clients? And she said, no, but I feel like it's this from your family and your business. And then she said, I love you, you're great. But I've never seen this person before. So that was interesting to me. Then I asked the third one I asked, she said, No, but I see you, maybe there's a third person in here. Are you going to bring in a partner or maybe like a coach? And then she said, you're going to celebrate real soon. She was doing tarot and she like flashed a card up so fast. I don't know what the card was. She was really hustling in a way. Like she was, I mean, I can't blame her. She's trying to make money. So I get that. And then the second person I asked though was the one that I feel like pretty much solved it. Yes, soccer ball was the one that pretty much solved it for me. She said, no, there's no work put on me. She thought I meant like, did somebody put a spell on me or something like that? But that's not what I meant. So she said no, and then she said she thinks it's a lot of jealousy. And she also said that I don't have enough confidence. And, you know, if I'm so quick to say that it's that, you know, like there's some sort of energetic block to me being successful, it is a confidence issue. And what else I got from her, she talked to me for kind of a while. I also paid her like, I think $7 or $8. I was very confused about how TikTok gifts work. She was clearly struggling, and in the struggle of her being on the live stream and clearly like having a sense of lack and wanting to like trying to get people to pay her, but also having this level of being self-conscious, I was able to see myself in that. I also looked at her page, and there's so much content on there that's not about what she's trying to get us to pay her for. And I recognize that too. Like, if you're really confident about what you're doing, noisy car. If you're really confident about what you're doing, it's loud. Very loud. Now he's about to play golf. If you're really confident about what you're doing, you talk about that. You don't like go off topic, I guess. You don't try to make up for it. I don't know how to really describe it, but I saw myself in her. I see running. Yeah. I saw myself in her, which was sort of the most, I don't know, it's like that wasn't, her answer didn't exactly help me, but like identifying with the energy that she was on live with helped me. It helped me see my own self and how this is how I'm showing up. And this is why, like, I understand why she's not successful, because she's giving up before she really allows people to get the full potency of who she is. She was extremely entertaining, had a lot of energy. I don't know how good of a psychic she is, because with all these things, you kind of can easily, you can tell people anything can become true. That's kind of one of the reasons I'm not super into it. But I also think that we make meaning, and we make the meaning that we need. So I needed an answer, and she provided an answer in one way or another. So it kind of was successful in that way. It made me feel like I need to work harder on just like keep going and don't stop and question myself so much. Don't stop and look behind me and look around. Like, just keep doing it. I asked a different question, because I got the answer. And that's what I'm saying. Usually when I'm on a psychic live or something, I feel kind of like I don't need anything from them. And I also usually I can feel very uncomfortable depending on the person. But I didn't really have another question to answer to ask. But this one, it was again a person who was trying to get engagement and money. And so I just asked, should I focus on public speaking now? And she answered it real quick. She said, yes, and it will be life changing for you. But she didn't get to answer. She got distracted because someone else asked a question. But yeah, I have been thinking that Instagram is probably not for me. I feel the way I feel on Instagram, I just don't see myself ever really, I don't see myself growing from that feeling. But I have a lot of confidence in my ability to speak, in my ability to present, and I enjoy public speaking. That was what I felt like I was meant to do. When I graduated college, I used to tell people, oh, he's got a receipt. Why do you have a receipt? I used to tell people I was going to be a public speaker my senior year of college, and I said, I don't know what I'll be speaking about. And so to an extent, I feel like that is the path. And that comment gave me a little bit of go ahead. But what I was going to say, to combine her answer and the second psychic's answer, I met somebody online last month, and she does like branding and helping people find public speaking. We had a conversation about human design for a couple of hours on the phone a few weeks ago. So I texted her and asked if she would be interested or willing to work with me and do a consultation so that I can start like the public speaking leg or get an idea of what that will entail. And maybe she's that third party. Maybe she's that person that comes to help me. So I'm feeling a lot better than I felt yesterday. I just hope that I can be like stay here and not keep going back and forth, because you waste so much time doubting yourself, which was ironically what my very first YouTube video was about in November 2018. So we'll see where we go from here.